Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Rumberg. I'm a managing partner with MetricNet. And today I'm going to go through a brief demonstration of MetricNet's online service desk balance scorecard. You'll notice the URL for this in the upper left-hand corner, MetricNetScorecard.com. We ask you to provide some basic information on your service desk in order to calculate your service desk balance score. Let's go ahead and go through the demo right now. Let's say we have a service desk that's handling 5,000 tickets per month. Let's assume further that our ticket handle time is 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, 7 minutes and 30 seconds is 7.5 minutes, and we do want you to enter that in decimal format. So if you're 7 minutes and 45 seconds, that would be 7.75 minutes, 7 minutes, 30 seconds is 7.5 minutes, and so on. So you'll have to do that conversion to decimal. Now let's assume that we have a head count in this service desk of 10 agents. So we've got 10 agents handling 5,000 tickets per month, 7.5 minutes per ticket. Let's further assume that the average of the annual salary for these agents is $45,000. Okay, so we've made our basic entries, 5,000 tickets a month, 7.5 minutes per ticket, 10 agents, making $45,000 a year. Let's go to the next page. Now, ideally, if you have customer satisfaction, you can enter that in this field. Likewise for net first contact resolution rate, average agent job satisfaction, and speed of answer. If you don't have these numbers, you can check these boxes here. For example, if I check the box for customer satisfaction, it will automatically populate with the industry average customer satisfaction for service desks worldwide. Ideally, you would want to enter your own data here, but we try and ensure that you can complete the scorecard forms if you are missing some of the data, one or more of these data fields. I'm going to leave that number in there, 83.9%, the industry average. Let's say, for example, that we have 75% net first contact resolution rate. Let's assume our job satisfaction is 82%, agents either satisfied or very satisfied. And finally, let's assume a speed of answer of 60 seconds. So we've made our entries here. We have used the industry average up here for customer satisfaction. And when we go to the next page, I'm just going to fill this out. I'm Jeff Rumberg. My company, of course, is MetricNet LLC. And I'm a managing partner. This is just so we can send your balance scorecard report to you. Okay, I submit that information, and what comes up is my balance scorecard report. Now, for the information that I entered, my overall balanced score, which can range from 0 to 100%, my score was 47%. The average for the industry is only 51.4%. And it's a nice bell-shaped curve. So when we run hundreds of service desks through this balance scorecard algorithm, the average score is only 51.4%. Got a nice symmetrical curve with tails running off to the right above 70%, tails going off to the left below 30%. So if you're above 51.4%, you're an above average performer. And generally, if you're above 65%, you're going to be a top quartile performer. Conversely, if you're in the range of 35 to 51%, you're likely to be a third quartile performer. And if you're below 35%, you're likely to be a fourth quartile performer. Now we have our customer satisfaction score right here, your actual performance. Remember, we used the industry average. 83.9% was the industry average. The average score in our database is 83.9% for others who have entered their data. So I'm making a distinction here between the industry average and others who have entered their data into our scorecard calculator. Now, your metric score tells you how far along the path you are from the worst case performance to the best case performance. So this is not to be confused with your actual performance. And so the blue bar here shows your customer satisfaction metric score. Again, shows it's an interpolation or an interpolated value that shows how far along the path you are from the worst case in our benchmarking database to the best case. So this says that you're more than 50% of the way with your actual performance of 83.9%. And by the way, the red X on the right of the balance score says that you're below average. The green check mark says that you are above average on your customer satisfaction metric. If we look at agent utilization, the number is quite low. The metric score is only 15%. The actual calculated utilization based upon the handle time, the ticket volume, and the agent headcount was 38.8%. The average score in our database, 46.8%. Red X here means that your agent utilization score is below the industry average. If we look at first contact resolution rate, remember the number we entered was 75%. That puts you in the 33.3 percentile. The average score in our database is 82.5%. The red X means that you're below average here. Job satisfaction, your metric score is 62.9%. The actual performance of 82% compares favorably to the average score of 81.9%. It barely beats that average score, but that earns a green check mark on the right. And then the speed of answer, the actual number we entered was 60 seconds. The average in our database is 97 seconds, so this earns a green check mark. The actual balance score, or the metric score, I should say, is 77.8. Once again, that means you are 77.8% of the way along the path from the worst performer to the best performer. Overall, once again, the balance score was 47%. That earned this particular data set a 32nd place out of 54 other service desks. So what you're seeing down here, the bar chart, these numbers represent data points from our benchmarking database. The dark blue bar represents the data that we just put in, placing 32nd out of 54. That would be third quartile performance. You would have to be 27th place or above to get into the second quartile. You would have to be in roughly 13th place or above to get into the first quartile. So you can see here that this particular service desk performed below average, and we can see that from the balance score up here of 47%, average balance score of 51.4%. So that's not surprising. This distribution chart here represents actual benchmarking data from MetricNet's benchmarking database. The light blue bars represent the 54 other service desks that you're being compared against, which is a pretty good indication of the industry overall. In the example here, this particular service desk scored 32 out of 54, which once again places them in the third quartile. So this is how you would interpret the results of the data entry that we just went through and the balanced scorecard results. So please feel free to take advantage of this. Do some what-if analysis on your data entry, entering different handle times, first contact resolution rates, head counts, starting salaries, and look at the impact that this is going to have on your overall balanced scorecard. I hope you found this instructional video helpful. I hope you found it informative. And most of all, I hope you have an opportunity to use MetricNet's Service Desk Balanced Scorecard Calculator. This is Jeff Rumberg, Managing Partner of MetricNet. Thank you so much.